Am I the asshole for embarrassing my mom because she started dating my boyfriend, Dad? Sorry if anything is confusing, English is not my first language, please correct if something is very wrong. So me, female 19, and my boyfriend, male 20, have been dating for 4 years now. He was in 10th grade and I was in 9th when we got together. My parents and his always knew about our relationship. We actually lived near each other when we were younger and went to the same kindergarten. Now, his father was a single father for a long time and my parents got divorced 3 years ago. 3 weeks ago I got home. Since the university is in YHE same city I still live with her, and I saw my mom and his dad kissing. It's an understatement that I was shocked. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I immediately called my boyfriend and he came over. We got into this huge fight with them. They started talking about marriage. The same day I requested to get a room in a dorm. And since then I haven't talked to her up until family dinner. While everyone was eating, my aunt asked why my mom and I aren't talking, so I told them everything. Well, maybe if she wasn't fucking my boyfriend's father, who is apparently going to be my brother's father soon, I would talk to her, and maybe I was harsh on her, but I was really hurt. My mom got all red and embarrassed and started shouting about how our love is just young and why she should ruin her love life because we kids think it's going to last. I started crying, shouting at my mom, and left. My grandmother called saying how cruel I am. Literally, somehow everyone is siding with my mom except my cousin. Am I the asshole? Was I too cruel? A lot of people are skimming over the fact that original poster's mom literally believed it was okay because she thinks their relationship is fleeting and won't last. They've been dating for 4 years, mind you. Original poster's mom's relationship is newer than original poster's. That is so disrespectful and ironic coming from original poster's mom. Original poster has every right to feel uncomfortable. Everyone telling original poster to grow up needs to understand that the mom could have chose a billion other dudes to date and she settled so quickly on her daughter's boyfriend's dad. Like, seriously? Not the asshole, original poster. Hopefully someday your mom will understand your POV. Also, even if the relationship won't last, imagine seeing your ex at every family gathering, for a really long time in the future, if the parents last too. There's no way for this situation to end well unless the parents don't get together, which they shouldn't have in the first place. Not the asshole. I get the feeling that some of the confidence that this is a fleeting thing is because if original poster's mom does marry him, she'll actively try to end the relationship by playing the step-siblings shouldn't be dating card. If I were in original poster's shoes, I wouldn't be able to resist getting a head start on the Alabama jokes. Not the asshole. I'm imagining some wacky comedy where mom and daughter are in a race to get married first so they can block the other's relationship. Not the asshole, you've been together 4 years and your mom crossed a line. The whole family sided with her bad choices. That is weird. This my thought, I can't believe the YTA like that will be her step-brother and they've been in a longer relationship. Although me being petty would grab my boyfriend, go to courthouse and get married so we would be the ones married first and in relationship longest. Don't get married to spite someone, holy shit. Not the asshole. And anyone who says you are is a weirdo. Your parents crossed a line. Just dating, sure, but then getting married is awful. Like, people, imagine dating you step-sibling. This is Reddit, that kink runs rampant here. Opens washing machine. Not the asshole. Your mom saying that her relationship is more important than yours because she's older is what crossed the line, emo. You'd think if she was so embarrassed for it to get out, she'd be embarrassed to pursue the relationship. Instead, she kept it secret only for you to accidentally find out. People are really asking why you'd care? Your boyfriend might also be your legal stepbrother soon. As your mother, when she started to feel something for his dad, she should have cut it off. That's what responsible people do. He's not the only man she could date. She made it clear that she chose her own happiness over yours. All you did was tell the truth. All the YTA votes are really weird. Almost as weird as your mom and your boyfriend's dad, future stepdad. Not the asshole, original poster. If my mom did that, I'd probably never talk to her again in disgust. You've been with your boyfriend for 4 years, which means she's known your boyfriend's dad for almost as long, and she decided that out of all the men in the world, she should get with him and make things weird because she's lonely? Nope, I could never look her in the eyes again. For real. Both of my parents remarried and they definitely took into account how my sibling and I felt about them. It's inconceivable to me that original poster's mom thought it wasn't a big deal. She definitely knew it was a big deal. That's why the relationship was going on long enough that they were talking about marriage, yet they hadn't told their kids. Honestly, they shouldn't have even started dating without talking to original poster and boyfriend first. There are so many people to choose from and they chose their kid so's parent. You can't convince me that they were just so drawn to each other and soulmates. There was no reason to get this far in an awkward situation unless the parents thought their potential relationship was more important to their kids. Yeah, I don't understand why your mother thinks her super new romance has any more chance to last than yours. I would though, considering she is only thinking of herself. Brace yourself that your current boyfriend might end up your stepbrother, and is your relationship strong enough to last through label changes? Most people who have it explained, "Well, I've been dating my now husband for 4 years before my mum decided to date his dad, and despite me objecting now we have a funny story every time somebody asks, even 10 to 20 years later it still makes your mother look petty." I don't know much about dating non-blood related relatives. If it's banned somewhere, I've never had that issue. My family look like dogs, but in that situation I would be making a fuss too. I also don't understand why Original Poster's mother thinks that Original Poster's relationship being potentially more fragile is a point in favor of her marrying Original Poster's boyfriend's father. Both couples staying together looks and feels weird, but it's something they could potentially get used to, though they should avoid any step titles. They're all adults. But if the parents get married, and Original Poster and boyfriend split up, then the exes are still stuck together because their parents are married. Awkwardness forever. And that Original Poster's mother doesn't recognize this problem shows how self-involved she's being. Indeed, the mother seems really self-interested, like they'd ask the Original Poster to break up so it wasn't weird, but it would always be having a step-brother you dated until your mother started dating his dad. There are lots of people in the world who would see the mother in the wrong, just like dating your friend's ex is frowned upon. This is even more so. Not the asshole, and I don't understand all the YTA. Even if legally it's fine to date your daughter's boyfriend's dad, it must be weird, right? I mean, what if boyfriend and Original Poster do end up staying together? That's going to be something to explain to people. That no, we actually aren't siblings who got married, just our parents fell in love. Also, why are people giving Original Poster's mom's relationship more grace than Original Poster's? She and her boyfriend have had a much longer term relationship and it's just as valid. I know I would react the same if my BF's parents started dating mine. It's just strange. I think sadly, a lot of people are judging the age, which I think is stupid. I think many people are stuck on the fact that they started dating as freshmen. 19 and 20 aren't ages when you instantly dismiss relationships as fleeting. They're also almost adults. In many places, you're already considered one at 18. Not to mention that a 4-year relationship is already a pretty stable one. Their parents' relationship has no guarantee that it will last yet, therefore it doesn't make sense for them to prioritize it. Let's flip the situation here. Let's say Original Poster's mom has been dating this man for 4 years, and then Original Poster decides to start secretly sleeping with this man's son. Is that okay? Would mom have the right to be upset? Obviously not, the asshole. It's just beyond creepy to start a relationship in this circumstances. Either adult should have realized that this would put stress on their children who are dating. Greater than, let's say Original Poster's mom has been dating this man for 4 years, and then Original Poster decides to start secretly sleeping with this man's son. Is that okay? Yes. Everyone in this situation is an adult. If they weren't raised together as siblings, then why would that matter? Yeah, Original Poster is not the asshole because the parents handled it horribly, but there isn't anything morally wrong with what they're doing. It'll make family gatherings a bit weird, but that's about it. I'm flabbergasted at how fucking condescending some of these comments are. Break up if it bothers you. Problem solved. Why the ever-loving fuck should you break up with the person you love because your parents decided to be selfish assholes? Fuck that. And fuck everyone in this post who's suggesting that. I reckon you're getting a lot of BS here because you and your boyfriend are both young. They're completely ignoring the fact that you two have been together for half a decade. That's not a fleeting teenage summer romance, that's a serious and committed relationship. And just because you're both young doesn't mean you won't last. My little brother and his girlfriend started dating when they were both 16. They're both 28 now and they just bought a house together. Your mum and dad had a whole country's worth of people to date, and they each chose one of the few people they should have stayed the fuck away from. They're both selfish assholes and your grandmother can eat it, too. You weren't cruel, you were reactive. Your mum and your boyfriend's dad were the cruel ones. Absolutely, without question, positively not the asshole. If anything, I think it admirable that you were able to hold your tongue about it until asked directly. My brother married his then-girlfriend right around when high school ended. Still going strong almost 20 years later. People are being very flippant about Original Poster's relationship. Right? Just because they see young people jump from relationship to relationship doesn't mean all young people do it. I remember a couple in my class who got together in the first year of high school. She was 12, he was 13. They're married and both teachers at that same school now, almost 20 years on. Not the asshole. You've been with him for 4 years. She's majorly crossing a line. She's calling original poster's love life young, but her relationship is definitely shorter based on this post. She's been single for less time than the duration of Op's relationship, so she really has some nerve. Lol, if they didn't think it was wrong they wouldn't have been hiding it. Get married first, fuck it. Then they're the weird in-laws who are dating. Not the asshole. Yes, marriage to spite others sounds like a great idea. Reddit is such a great place for life advice. Reddit is also a great place for sarcasm and funny replies. Not the asshole. I don't see how people are agreeing with your mom. It's clearly wrong to date. Marry the father of your daughter's long-term boyfriend. It's a massive asshole move and will clearly put a huge strain on the already established relationship. No assholes here. I get it's weird, but even if they get married it won't magically turn you and your boyfriend into blood siblings. Finding love is hard. If your mom and you boyfriend's dad found love in each other, I say that's great. The bigger issue to me is if they break up. They'd better have a plan in case you and your boyfriend stay together, as they'd still have to see each other at your wedding, on Christmas, etc. So yeah, their relationship can complicate things, but everyone are adults here. Try being supportive. Edit. Spelling. Finally, a comment with common sense. Everyone is adult. Try to be happy for one another. Nothing changes. Oh yeah, I'm sure this'll all be fine when Op's mom pops out a sibling for the lovely couple to hang out with. My sister and brother are married to each other. That could be weird and or a funny story, but either way, no assholes here. Not the asshole. Your mom's new relationship doesn't have a better chance of lasting just because she's an adult. There are so many reasons she sucks for that. But don't let her bring you or your boyfriend down. I don't know what the future holds, so good luck, because your mom seems like the type of person who will try and ruin your relationship if hers doesn't work out, since she clearly comes first in her mind. Yeah. And she sucks so much for saying her daughter's relationship won't last. Let's say that it doesn't, which does happen, but now she's stuck in a familial relationship with him and it's going to be awkward and cause a lot of discomfort and pain for original poster. Not to mention what it'll do to Op's relationship to mom, as she essentially saying that any relationship she, mom, has is more important and more valid than any relationship original poster has, including the one they have with each other. Not the asshole. 100% not the asshole. You were dating your boyfriend first and they both knew. They are 100% ta in this situation. Honestly, if they did get married I wouldn't go and wouldn't recognize it. Either that or I'd get eloped first. Give a toast at the wedding detailing how she and boyfriend were the ones to introduce their parents. Not the asshole. How does original poster's family not find this weird? Original poster will be dating her stepbrother if the parents get married. And original poster said they do not want that because it is weird. The mother is basically trading her child's relationship for hers. She could have chosen any other man in the country, but she chose the parent of your boyfriend who you have been with for 4 years? Not the asshole. She chose a relationship that will make yours harder and more strained. You and your boyfriend will be the ones who get judged for this, except for when you have the opportunity to explain. Has she done anything like this before? It's obvious original poster's mom knew it was wrong too, or else she wouldn't have kept it a secret. Not the asshole for freaking out, but it will make the holidays crazy easier if everyone gets married. Original poster has been in a relationship for 4 years, clearly she loves this family. Mom and dad tried to hide it, but they are either with FWB or in love too. It doesn't make you blood related and that stuff happens. I can't wait till original poster and her boyfriend get a sibling. Greater than I can't wait till original poster and her boyfriend get a sibling. Jesus, I haven't thought about that. Original poster, I just want to say my husband has a similar situation. His ex and him had 2 kids. According to her mom, his dad and her were drawn together BC of trying to help them stay together and co-parent. So now his stepmom is his ex's mother and her stepdad is his dad. Obviously they are step-siblings after they already had 2 children together. It makes it super awkward for holidays as I have to be around and see his ex if I go to see his dad. We don't go often to see his dad. It's just weird. All I can say is I wish they had considered the implications for their actions more. Maybe that's selfish BC. Their choice makes my husband and I lives harder, but the result is his dad doesn't get contact with his sons, their wives and his new grandchild BC. No one really likes my husband's ex or her mom. I guess once again, I'm the minority on here. I don't see what there is to be so mad about, they are adults. There's no blood relative type thing going on. I don't know. I also don't understand all these responses. There is no legal reason why both of these relationships can't happen simultaneously. Sure, it might be weird if one relationship ends and the other continues, but that's just for holidays and family get-togethers. Edit. Grammar. The only argument I see is that it's icky. And then they refuse to elaborate. Or that it's awkward if someone breaks up. Which, yeah, breakups are awkward, but if everyone's an adult, that doesn't make someone an asshole. People being super weird in these comments. Not the asshole. If the mom didn't think what she was doing was sketch, why did she hide it? Now that it's in the open, she's demeaning Op's relationship to defend herself. If the parents had instead had a discussion with the kids as adults, maybe it wouldn't have blown up like this. All the YTA votes telling original poster to grow up are ironic considering how the parents handled the situation.